Hi, this video is on the VLOOKUP function for Excel. So what is a VLOOKUP? A VLOOKUP looks up a value vertically in a table, and it always looks up the value from the far left column in the table. So in this case, it would look up any values here in column A. This is a sample table of weekly gas prices I got from Fred, Federal Bank of St. Louis, which has a great add-in for Excel that lets you pull data pretty easily. And let's go ahead and do a sample here, just so we can get a feel for how the VLOOKUP function works. All right, so let's go ahead and just write what we want to return, which is gas price. And let's go ahead and write our VLOOKUP function. So we start by typing in the equal sign, start typing in the function name. We get VLOOKUP here, so we hit the tab key to bring up the function helper here. So this tells us what we need to enter. So the first thing it wants is a lookup value. So we're going to go ahead and choose this cell here, which is blank right now, E2, but we'll put a value in there in a second. So the table array we want is going to be A to B. And so the lookup's going to be occurring in, always that far left column. So the lookup's going to be occurring here. The column index says, okay, so you're looking up the value in the far left. Now, what row or what column are you going to return in the table that corresponds to this first lookup column? So we want to get the gas prices, which is in column 2 of the table. So we're going to type in a 2 here. And finally, we're going to enter if we want an approximate match or an exact match. An exact match is going to generally be the one you want. If you have a little bit of experience in a special case, approximate match can be used sometimes, but exact match is by far the most common option selected here. So let's go ahead and close our parentheses and hit enter. All right, so we get an error because we don't have any value in here yet, but let's go ahead and search for a gas price. I see the November 26th price here, so let's go ahead and do November 26th. 1990, and we get a return price of $1.31, and let's see that matches up. And if we move our decimal over a little bit, we see that we do have a match. And let's go ahead and also look over here. This is the date. Now, cell styles in Excel are nice because it lets you know what cells in the input, what's the calculation, so that when you're coming in here later and you're like, which cells do I need to edit to make updates here? So this is my input. Gas price, this is a VLOOKUP. This is just a calculation. So let's make this mark. So now I know next time when I come in here, this is an input cell. So if I update this, I'll get the results I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and look up another date down here. Let's just pick a random date more recently. We'll look for August 13th, 2018, which looks like it's at 284. And if we type in August 13th, we get 284. All right, so VLOOKUP function again, gets a table, looks up a value in the far left column of whatever that table is, and then returns a column, corresponding column in that table to whatever the lookup value is. VLOOKUPs are great, but they do have some issues. Let's say I wanted to go ahead and insert a column here because I wanted to include some more data. If I insert a column here, see that our VLOOKUP function no longer works. It's now trying to look up the second column still in this table, which is now this blank column that we inserted. We'll take a look at the index match function in another video, and that function helps to solve this issue and provides a couple different ways of doing things. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, look forward to seeing you in the next video.